Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Good Critic, Bad Critic. I'm Kyle. I'll be playing the role of the good critic today, joined by my co-host, the bad critic, Andrew Watros.
The bad critic.
Guys, thanks for tuning into another episode. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. You're on the ground floor of this high-rising elevator.
To the moon.
If you're not on our YouTube, brother,
What's up with that, brother?
please go subscribe. We're posting content over there, guys. Go watch it. Follow us on Instagram at Good Critic, Bad Critic. We're posting content there. It's going nuts. Thank you, guys.
Keep it up.
And if you like what we're doing, leave a review.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please.
It's a must, I must tell you.
It helps us out. And we'll get into this week's episode. This week's episode, Andrew, is on Lady Bird, a 2017 film by Greta Gerwig.
Never heard of it.
Well, I'll give you a very brief synopsis of this movie.
Am I supposed to watch these as the bad critic?
Rip them just rip them. All right. In 2002, an artistically inclined 17-year-old girl comes of age in Sacramento, California.
The heart of
Nothing more.
the armpit of California.
Nothing more, nothing less. All right. If you're new here, I'm the good critic. I will review this first.
Please.
All right.
Get it over with.
This movie perfectly encapsulates the teen angst of growing up and wanting to get out of your hometown. We've all been there. We've all been there, guys.
Never left.
Come on. As the viewers, we follow Lady Bird in her final year of high school as she struggles with her relationships with boys, her friends, her family. You know, we've all been there. We've all been there.
I haven't struggled with boys myself, but
The best part of this movie is just the small interactions all the characters have with each other. Whether it's sharing a laugh or a cry, you know, we feel their emotion, and it perfectly portrays this. In each scene, you don't know whether you're gonna laugh or cry. You're always on the edge of your seat.
I hate that. Is this a roller coaster or a movie?
You know, it's a roller coaster of emotions, brother. The cinematography in this film is phenomenal, and it shows you the true beauty of Sacramento. Truly one of the greatest films I've ever watched.
Wow. High praise from a tall man. Let me tell you why you're wrong, all right? This film is riddled with terrible influence for children, okay?
Okay.
Do you want your child lying to you? Talking back? Cussing? Cheating? Eating the body of Christ at the Catholic Church that you pay so much money for? Yeah, don't show them this, because... don't even get me started.
I don't want to get you started.
Because did I mention the elitism? Oh, it's not cool to be poor? Newsflash, my family didn't get that memo. But here I am, hosting one of America's top movie podcasts. So it's okay to grow up poor, guys. Or lower middle class. We weren't like poor. Anyway.
Same with Lady Bird, brother.
Well, the way her mom acted, fucking bitch. When it comes to
Who's the bad influence now?
When it comes to the technical aspect of this movie, the timeline just flies through the year, her senior year of high school, there's no time to digest what's really going on. Don't get me started either on the lack of Doug Christie or Chris Webber content. It's 2002 in Sacramento, and you're not going to tell me the Kings were mentioned once? What?
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, talk about that later. So, in conclusion, if you want an abortion-getting, cigarette-smoking, back-talking child, show them this film.
Wow.
Coming of age, yeah, all right.
Scathing review. Someone was a fucking nerd in high school.
Who?
You.
I'm a dung bout. I was a bad boy.
Bad
critic, bad boy.
Doesn't sound like it, man. All right, let's get into the awards.
Oh, I love
We hand them out. All right, best performance.
Hit me.
It's tough, but I just want to... I'm going to give it to Timothée Chalamet.
Okay, you misogynistic pig.
He plays the douche so well.
So I hated him so, like, in the best way.
Yeah, that's the thing. The way he plays the douchey, like, boyfriend is so good. He's lying. I haven't lied in 2 years. He's like, I never said I was a virgin.
I've had sex with, like, 6 people.
Exactly.
Wait, you don't have a list?
Yeah. No, why would I? You're going to have so much meaningless sex in your life.
So fucking good.
It's him, because he plays the cool guy so well. I would want to be friends with him even though I knew he was shitty. Rich, pretentious.
I was just thinking of that scene, though, where she's like, who the fuck gets on top for their first time?
Yeah. He's great, just because he sucks. Yeah.
He nails it. All right, for me, worst performance, I'm giving to Bob Stevenson, a.k.a. the JV coach that steps in. He is over the fucking top.
Yeah.
And I thought he was, like, annoying as hell.
Okay.
Yeah, like, come on, guy. Like, we get it. You're
Take a knee.
Father Walter over here. Shut up.
Come on.
Yeah. It's a play, not a play.
Kind of funny.
Like,
Kind of funny.
it wasn't him that wrote it, though.
All right. Best quote. I'm going to give it to... You know you can touch my boobs, right? I know. It's just I respect you too much for that. And so this is when Lady Bird's making out with her first boyfriend. And we come to find out he is gay. But it's just so funny. It's hilarious. It really captured the hilarity and awkwardness of this situation.
He really did.
And it was amazing.
In the worst way possible.
Yeah.
All right, for me, I'm going to give the worst quote. It's because it's a straight up lie. Straight up lie. I hate it. It goes to Jenna Walton, her new best friend. She said, "Yeah, Kyle's awesome. Let's deuce it up." I know Kyle. He's not awesome. All right? We never deuce it up. So.
Me and you've deuced it before, for sure. All right. The best scene. I'm giving it to when Lady Bird gets dropped off at the airport. Because it just culminates all into this. So, like, her mom and her have been beefing this whole year. You can tell her mom cares about her. Hard for her to say it.
Too much.
And she's just overbearing. Lady Bird just wants to do
fly.
her thing. Yeah. And so they have their last interaction together at the airport. And her mom's not saying shit to her still. She takes a loop around after she drops her off.
Pretty good point, though. 9/11. You know?
Yeah, you know, she's not walking up to the gate.
Can't do it.
But as she's driving around, she's crying. It hit me in the feels. I said, I feel bad about this situation. And guess what? Made for a great scene.
I get it. That the length that she drives around to, perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, it just nailed. In the word, it's bad.
It's bad, yeah. I know you hated it.
Speaking of bad, we're gonna give the worst scene to the play auditions. It's just bad
auditions,
and it's awkward as hell and unbearably awkward, and not the funny kind either for me. Yeah,
fair enough.
It was too much. Just cut it like all that for Jules to get the lead too. Like she was terrible.
She was better than
just
Lady
like
Bird.
Everyone else. You couldn't even hear her. I'm not going to a play where you can't hear her.
Nice.
Nice try.
Nice try. All right. Best costume.
To hit me.
The dress Lady Bird picks out to go to Thanksgiving dinner. She's in the thrift shop with her mom. They're trying to find a fancy dress. She's going to a rich person's Thanksgiving. Yeah, so they're trying to find this dress. She dresses over the top, obviously, for it, but just hilarious. She's rocking it, and it created a funny moment. And some beef, some strife with her mom.
Mm-hmm. What's new?
What's new?
That happened a lot. All right, worst costume. I'm just going to give it to the plain old... I mean, they're all plain, which is why they suck. School uniforms. Boring.
It's that simple.
Let them wear whatever they want. A blue shirt with a red tie. Why? It doesn't even go together. It doesn't even match. Khaki pants.
It's classic, brother.
Let the girls wear shorts. I mean, shorter skirts. Not in that way.
Yeah, you're kind of freaking me out, man.
Freedom. Let the guys wear shorts. Short shorts. Is that better?
Yeah,
okay,
that's fine.
Perfect.
Best location. I'm going the Yellow Bridge on prom night.
I've been there.
I've been there, too. That's literally why I was like, hey, I've been there. Beautiful place.
Capture Sacramento.
Right downtown.
You know?
You're feeling I feel Sacramento when I see that bridge.
Yeah, you do.
And I felt it in the movie.
You feel it in your bones.
Yeah.
All right, I'm giving the worst location to the Deuce. It's just a parking lot.
Just a parking
It's
lot.
just a fucking parking lot. That's all it is. We went from a parking lot to a parking lot.
All right. Best song.
Hit me.
Crash Into Me. So.
By Dave Matthews, man?
Yeah. So literally, there's a lot of good songs in this movie. This one perfectly encapsulated the vibe to me. They're listening to it after they find Lucas Hedges making out with a dude. Her first boyfriend breaks her heart. They're laying in the car together, crying, singing the song. It hit. It hit.
Well,
We've all been there. We've all been there.
I've never found my first boyfriend making out with another dude. It's vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right. For worst song, I'm giving it to "Crash Into Me" by Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, come on.
Just because it's like their worst song.
You're a hater, man.
I don't listen to a lot of Dave Matthews Band, but I know that.
But you
song
knew
and
it.
I don't want to hear it.
You knew it.
Most of the time.
You knew it.
Yeah, and I know Gangnam Style, whatever that means.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah.
I wish they put that song when they're crying in the car, but it wouldn't fit 2002.
But 2002,
so
man. Come on.
I understand.
All right, best cameo. N.A. I didn't have one. Another. Yeah, if you guys remember from last week.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, this man, when we were recording The Matrix, said...
2 weeks ago.
No Matrix.
There was no cameo on there.
Whatever. I found one. And I found one again. I'm giving the worst cameo to Andy Buckley, a.k.a. David Wallace from The Office. He's the worst because it's not even her uncle.
It's her mom's boyfriend.
Yeah.
They could be breaking up.
It's weird. We don't know.
We don't know.
So don't expect the lunches.
All right. Best stunt. Lady Bird jumping out of the moving car to get out of that conversation with her mom. It felt perfect. It was perfect. She sacrificed her arm. What's a broken arm for half a year? Nothing.
What's a king to a god?
What's a god to
a non-believer? I'm giving the worst stunt to rolling out of the car in the opening scene with her mom because they didn't show it. That's all.
All right, we passed out the awards. We did the good review, the bad review.
First time we've ever had two of the same awards before. Mind blowing.
Wow.
Like where we handed out the same one,
yeah.
but not the same.
Hey.
Crazy.
It's crazy. Now we'll get into our real thoughts.
Let's do that.
This movie is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
It is so funny. It is unbelievably written and so witty.
The delivery.
It's probably top 3 coming of age movies ever.
Has to be.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yep.
No lie.
No, I get it. I was so happy watching it again.
Nitpick I do have. You brought it up in your bad review. The Kings are on top of the world right now.
Literally on top of the world.
And you're in Sacramento at this time, and not
heart of California.
Not a single person is. If they had a King's
there's no
hat,
banner outside anything.
Anything.
Not a single one. Is it the rights thing? I doubt it. I think you could just.
I think you could like
pretty much just. I don't know how rights and licensing works, but I'm pretty sure you can just. Oh, there's a guy at the King's hat.
Exactly. You know? That's what I mean. Or like any purple, anything.
Yeah.
So that was the only problem I had with the movie.
Yeah.
You're coming up in that. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm obviously not a teenage girl, but I felt like I was watching this movie.
It felt very like all the relationships felt authentic as hell. Yeah. All of them. And it did remind me, like, obviously I was not obviously. I don't know if you guys know how old we are. We weren't that old in 2002, but it did remind me somewhat of 2002, and also reminded me of high school when we started 5 years later.
No, literally,
like,
yeah.
It was very nostalgic and realistic, and it's like the easiest 90 minutes to watch ever. You get sucked into that world.
Exactly. So I was like, like it's so simple. Like just the little scenes. Each scene is not very long, but just like all the little things they do.
Everything is impactful.
Eating the wafers. They're not blessed or whatever she says. We could eat these. Like
it's so good, and all the performances are spot on.
Yeah,
I wouldn't recast anybody. Not a single person.
Not a single person.
Not a single fucking person.
And guess what?
Hit me.
9.1 out of 10.
9.2 out of 10.
You're right there with me, brother.
Right there with you.
If you haven't watched this,
why
please,
not?
please go watch it.
To this too. We just spoiled it, sort of. So that's not good.
Nothing happens. She does go to New York at the end. And guess what? She realizes her parents are trying their best.
It was a mistake, too, maybe. Who knows?
I wouldn't say it's a mistake, but...
It wasn't what she thought.
Exactly.
And
that's part of growing up, man. It
never is. That's what I was going to say. I've grown up. This is where I usually let you know what's next, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So stay tuned, guys.
I didn't think of that.
It's a surprise for all of us.
All right. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in.